Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. Here we are back again to discuss Buford Pusser, the other story. Now, it has been really windy here today. I'm sure it is all over the southeast and central part of the country since that front moved through. Personally, I had a really bad hair day, so I'm wearing a little headgear to keep from showing how bad it really is. At any rate, I wanted to get on here this morning and talk a little bit about social media and how it can distort the truth. Now, let me start by saying that most social media pages have an agenda. Some is to entertain, some is to bring out serious issues. And, I too have an agenda. It's to find the truth, to find those who knew part of the Pusser story and share it with everyone else. Now, other Facebook pages, for instance, have different agendas. Rather than looking for the truth, they want to protect the Pusser legend and everything that it is or isn't. And there's a lot of isn't in there. I think over the past few years, if you've been following me, you know that I try to find evidence, documentation, whatever I can to back what I say. A lot of the social media pages don't do that. They don't care about the truth. Yes, they can easily distort the stories that we'd like to hear about, and it's not just the Pusser story. I mean, it can go to anything, and I'm sure y'all have seen that. But what I wanted to address today was the way a lot of the social media pages abuse things. Like I was saying in my Facebook video yesterday, uh, I'm subject to a lot of attacks because I don't believe the way that a lot of other people do about Buford. And that's fine. I get it. I used to be one of those people. That was before that I got invested in looking into the real story. And I just can't figure out why that everybody isn't interested in finding out what really happened back in those days. But with those pages, it's like a lot of those admins view you as either part of their solution or part of their problems. And granted, I do the same thing. I see most of the Facebook pages out there about Buford as being part of the problem. They're telling a story that is not true. And like I was saying on my Facebook page yesterday, they will distribute all sorts of false information, and they'll also block you in a heartbeat if you disagree with them, if you ask the wrong question, if you say the wrong thing. There's no rhyme or reason about what ticks them off. Myself, I'm different. I know that people are going to disagree with me. They're going to hold Buford as a legend as long as they possibly can. Some of them will never give it up. But the difference is that to a great degree, I enjoy having Pusser fans on my page. Why? Because it shows everybody else how Pusser fans think, how little that they want to actually look at the truth, how that they will try to ask you questions and you'll answer, and then you'll ask them a question and they don't have an answer and they don't intend to answer because in most cases they can't. It's, for instance, like one of the things that I just love to do is when people start telling me how that Buford cleaned up McNairy County, how he cleaned up the state line. I'll turn around and ask them, well, what state line establishment did he close down? What state liner did he send to prison? And you don't get any answers. Why? Because there are none. I have not been able to find a single state line establishment that he closed down. I can't name a single state liner that he sent to prison, but yet they want to credit him with cleaning up the county. And it's totally untrue. There were about 30 different beer joints, clubs, whatever, in McNairy County during Hoover's time as sheriff. And I can't find where he really closed down anything. It, it grew while he was sheriff. And to be honest, a lot of that was we were at the end of Prohibition. Prohibition had ended and allowed uh, liquor to be sold in that state. But I still don't get how they want to claim that he cleaned it all up when he didn't. And like I've stated before, it's not just the social media pages that do this. You've got people who consider themselves to be the ultimate authority on all things Buford Pusser, living right there in McNairy County, that can answer questions. And I find that to be a little bit bizarre. These are adults. They know how to read, they know how to write, but yet, while claiming to be experts on the subject, they don't know anything. That's kind of mystifying to me. But it's not just social media pages like Facebook, Twitter, whatever. It's also with a lot of videos that people make. It seems like that they watch each other's videos and they just regurgitate what the video before them said. Sure, they frame it a little differently. They put it out there in a little bit different context. They may be a little bit fancier with their graphics, but it's still the same old stuff, and the majority of it's wrong. And like I said this morning on my Facebook page, I feel like sometimes I'm a one man show out here trying to get the truth out. So, all I'm trying to do today is just warn people. If you really want to know the true story, don't just take my word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. Do some actual research. Do like I've done. Look for photographs, look for documentations. Believe it or not, there's still some people over there that remember Buford and what he was like. And if you look hard enough, you'll find a few of them who will talk. And one reason I can say this, and I hope I'm not putting out some information that I don't need to, but I've found several people that I felt like that they should talk to the TBI about what they know. And when I would ask them, a lot of them would say, "Sure, I'll talk to them," and I would try to help facilitate that. And later, these same people would call me back up and say, "Guess what? Guess who I just spoke with?" And come to find out, they had talked with someone with the TBI and discussed what they knew. And that's a great thing. I don't know why more people can't do it. I don't know why all these people on social media can't do it. I don't know why all these people that make videos can't do the same thing as I've done. I mean, I don't take credit for discovering everything about the real story. For the most part, I've just been a place or person that has compiled a lot of information from a lot of different sources. Yeah, I've discovered a lot and I've shared a lot. And I think it's important that all of us try to do that. Now, let me apologize to people on my Facebook page because I'm repeating a lot of things that I stated on my Facebook video. But one of the things that I absolutely detest about the social media pages is that people will be on my page acting like they get it, acting like that they believe what I'm saying, and then they'll go over to some other fan page and they'll go just the opposite. And do they think that I don't know? Do they think that I don't see those things? I do. And it's one of those things that's kind of disturbing. It's like they're out there to pick a fight. and they come back to your page and will try to do so. And a lot of you that are watching this right now know exactly who you are. You know that I'm talking to you. So why do it? Do you have an answer for that? At any rate, folks, I'll not get off on that, dwell on that. But I just wanted to get on here and let you know how social media can work to destroy a real story and support a false one. It's just that easy. So, with that, I'll get off here. We'll have another episode of Buford Pusser, the other story, next Thursday. I got a lot of good things coming up. Hope you stay with me. I hope you take into consideration what I've had to say today. I want you to look at some of those other pages that do the things that they do so that you'll understand where I'm coming from and warning people about pages like that. It's sad that they're out there. It's sad that adults don't know the truth and are not interested in finding the truth. Before I leave, though, I would like to say I would like to hear your comments. I want to know what you think about social media pages that do that sort of thing, the people that do that sort of thing. Uh, I'd like to let them know that we know what they're doing, we know who they are, and we just don't understand exactly why they're doing it, other than they are so self absorbed in hero worship that they can't help themselves. At any rate, like I say, I'll get off my soapbox. We'll see you next Thursday with another episode of Buford Pusser, the other story. And just remember, until then, truth has no agenda. See you next week.